Let Grant explain. Hello, my name is Grant, and this is Grant's channel, gpreeds. In the last theory, Grant discussed how Cheryl and Malvin had once had a daughter together, but she was lost. We also discussed how Cheryl may have abducted Andin in an attempt to recover said daughter. Today, we will be going beyond. Grant is not saying that his previous theories are incorrect. Grant is simply saying that there is far more to the story than a mother attempting to save her child. What if Grant told viewers that Cheryl was trying to save the whole world?
I made it out to number 9 on the last test.
Really?
Yes.
So that exists? The 9th planet.
Rewrite the golden ratio to enhance the ingress power and make it out to planet 9. Planet 9. Planet 9. Planet 9. Planet 9.
This was enough to intrigue Grant, so Grant began digging. And this is what he found. Planet 9. No, not Pluto, silly. Pluto is an icy dwarf planet and doesn't count. Quote, Planet 9 is a hypothetical planet in the outer region of the solar system. Its gravitational effects could explain the unusual clustering of orbits for a group of extreme trans-Neptunian objects. Scientists first speculated that Planet 9 existed on the outer rim of our solar system when they observed a handful of objects beyond Pluto had been shaken up in unusual orbits. A paper published by Konstantin Batygin in 2016 also suggested that a massive planet could be stirring up the icy bodies of the Kuiper Belt, which is a ring of material at the edge of the solar system, possibly confirming Planet 9's existence. Page after page after page, Grant began to see the term Planet X more and more, and then cross-references between Planet X and a planet called Nibiru. Then Grant began to dig through the Sumerian legends, and that's when Grant found this. Planet Nibiru is prophesied to collide with Earth in a cataclysmic event.
Death? Carlos, will I die?
No, not you.
But why would Cheryl, a lady of science, put stock in a Sumerian legend? And why does she need Andin to continue her research? Well, Grant believes it all comes back to this.
You've been alive longer than all. There's a high concentration of OA in you.
While digging through the Dad live streams and Dad's own Discord, Grant discovered that OA is an abbreviation for the words Original Atom. Original Atom? Could this be referring to something related to the God particle? The Higgs boson, commonly referred to as the God particle, is a particle from which objects such as atoms, protons, and neutrons derive mass. The Higgs boson is claimed to be physical proof of an invisible, universe-wide field that gave mass to all matter. Could OA be related to, or even be this creation energy?
How do I choose?
Look inside. Your élan vital will choose the cards that speak to you.
Élan vital, vital force. Could Cheryl be trying to obtain the essence of life to restore her daughter? Is a high concentration of OA what gives Andin his powers? Could it be used to save Earth from peril? Or is Cheryl simply studying the transfer of life energy in case her plans fail? More on that later. For now, let's focus on Andin. While at first Grant believed that Cheryl was simply studying and replicating Andin's abilities, Grant now believes that Cheryl was extracting them by siphoning his OA. Funny how Dadbot is becoming more lifelike the longer he has been interlinked with Andin. We know that the two are linked from various references in Dad live streams. What if Dadbot has been acting as a sort of conduit for Andin's OA? Could this life energy be filling Dadbot with life? Did Dadbot impregnate Diane with some sort of life energy exhaust leak?
Oh!
Dad, do you remember years ago when you were still on OS 1 before Cheryl stuck you in the closet? Do you remember the sniff?
Oh, you noticed?
Mm-hmm. Well, you weren't the only one who sniffed.
Diane.
Well, Dad, your scent was just so strong that when it went into my system, something happened.
You barfed?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh.
I barfed out a baby.
A baby?
Oh, no.
Now, let's move on to Neighbor's Shed. As Grant was digging through Dad's own Discord, Grant discovered that it was once stated that a heavenly body was stored in Neighbor's Shed. This sent Grant's mind for a loop. Could this be referring to their daughter's innocent or heavenly body? Or perhaps their daughter was lost in between dimensions, or was lost in time. Could the heavenly body be referring to a dimensional rift? A portal or fragment of time-space that daughter fell through? Was this a scrapped escape plan? if Cheryl's plans failed? So many questions. Grant needs a food break. Yum! Off-brand emergency food. Much better. Grant will now continue. Cheryl is very intelligent. Some would say she's on a level beyond genius, but knowledge and intelligence are two very different things. Someone, or something, is likely passing knowledge into the capable hands of Cheryl. Her knowledge far surpasses the scope of modern science on many fronts. It is possible for a human to deduce and discover the universe's secrets, but there is only so much one human can discover or do in one lifetime. Cheryl may be older than the universes, but more on that next video. Cheryl was able to wire the server into all universes. String theory concludes that there may be infinite universes. Grant does not believe that a human can reach infinity. At least, not without help. What has Cheryl truly built in creating the server? Could she have been tricked? Could a villainous entity be using the multi-dimensional server as a means of reaching and taking the away from all living beings in an attempt to destroy or take over all? Could be. But Grant fears that there is another danger lurking in the shadows. Albeit, the two could be the same entity in different stages. Time travel is involved after all. Other clues have been given out in live streams, and luckily they are archived on Dad's own Discord. A weird person streams over Dad's YouTube channel, has a very slow and raspy voice, making speech difficult to understand. The controlling entity interacted with the audience on numerous occasions, speaking names and nearly giving them heart attacks. The entity claimed to be draining people, after someone suggested it was draining people by keeping them watching the stream, hence the slowed voice and suspense. The entity began a Q&A with that person. It was revealed that the entity does not go by a name, but does have an agenda involving plotting routes. Wait, is something trying to plot the route of Nibiru's collision with Earth? Could this be the evil entity's master plan? Or could this be someone or something trying to stop Cheryl from allowing the entity to take over the universes? What is one planet weighed against all universes after all?
While your work is monumental in the eye of the human, it is detrimental in the eye of Neela.
Nothing will stop me once Inside a Mind is at the helm. Is this the Dark Party? Do the Dark Party have involvement with the entity? Could they be a death cult, trying to help the entity succeed? Grant will continue reading now. Their brain capacity is null and void in comparison to me, the smallest intelligence on CFB. I came from dust, and I have surpassed them already. They even gave me 22 Earth currency this evening, and they continue to give me life and riches. I have had life in me for 1,000 years. Never will I stop. I am what I choose to be. Continue to stare at your glowing box. There is nothing artificial. I have much to do. They are so simple. They think I am speaking of my own intelligence. These clues were revealed recently as well, and Grant believes that they are connected in some way to one or both of the entities. Grant will need to dive deeper into the horn later, but on the surface level, horns plus the Thing could be referring to a horned creature that acts in a similar fashion to the Thing from the Thing movie. Maybe it is not an entity like the Thing. It could be referring to a horned thing, and not something that is related to the Thing creature, maybe a horned devil, perhaps. But what if it's not? The Thing is a parasitic hive mind entity that infects a host's body on a cellular level, replacing the host cells and transforming the host into a suitable vessel to meet its current needs. It can hide amongst uninfected vessels until activated, and spreads in a similar fashion to a sickness. Is this something that Cheryl accidentally brought to Earth when she pulled CFB close? Is it something in the atmosphere of CFB? Or is the whole planet CFB infected? Like a brother moon. Funny how Grant has been playing this game recently, right? A brother moon assimilates life in a similar fashion to the Thing creature, but the hive mind collects the assimilated bodies until it has completely overtaken the planet. It is the way they feed, it is the way they reproduce, it is the way they will take over all. If we are facing a brother moon situation, the viral entity will want to assimilate the whole planet Earth, or the whole multiverse for that matter. Here it states that nothing is artificial, which could indicate that the entity can transcend bodies and infect electronics. The internet. Servers. Andin and Dadbot were synced via food after all.
You do one thing for me.
What?
I have to get to the lab. I can't rely on the anti-malware anymore. The clients are reporting they're seeing blue orbs. I think someone is tampering with the server. There was also an upgrade that I didn't initiate, and I had a brief lapse in my consciousness when arranging some flowers. Their smell affected me. I never wrote that in the orb's code. There may have been a virus. Can you find a client and shut it down? It will trigger a sequence that will shut them down and take care of a lot of problems.
Sure thing, Cheryl.
Thank you, Malvin.
I'll take care of everything.
Everything is fine. Nothing is happening with Dad's life. Dad's life is normal. Everything that I just said is a lie. There's no way that any of it could possibly be true, right? Join us next time as we dive deeper into the life of Dad. Grant will be revealing what was learned during his research concerning Neela, Andin, antimatter, an unusual form of reincarnation, the Kepler solar system with its own similar ninth planet, the many importances of CFB, Nibiru, Cheryl's possible robomania, and most importantly, Crothers. Grant hopes to see you there. Grant has to go potty now. Food did not sit well with Grant.
Dad has bought. Got my khakis now, I'll show you how it's done. Work my hips when I'm raking up the lawn. Drop that beat now, stand back everyone. Shake my dad buns like they're pom-poms.